What's up, YouTube? This is another movie review. Actually, correction. This is three movie reviews because we're going to be reviewing three different movies: Companion, Hard Eyes, and Love Hurts, because they're all centered around like romance slash Valentine's Day theme. So let's get into it. First up, we have Companion, directed by Drew Hancock, and this movie is about this couple that is visiting friends at a kind of remote cabin. And it turns out that the woman of this main couple that we focus on in the movie is a companion robot. And all starts as one unaliving crime, and then all hell breaks loose. This is a pretty good film that it kind of reminds me of Megan a little bit, because a robot is being built for a certain purpose, but in Megan's case, it's more for like family care, stuff like that. And Companion, this robot is built for, yeah, just for a companion and or sex. And there's like a secret plot that, like, it just turns out to being a surprise twist of this plot, or actually two in the middle of the movie, but it coincides with the story. And the kills in this movie are pretty gruesome. And going through the cast here, we got Jack Quaid playing Josh and Sophie Thatcher playing Iris. And this is the main couple that we focus on. So Jack Quaid, he's more recently known as Huey from The Boys show on Amazon Prime Video, but he's also got another movie coming up soon this year called Novocaine. I'm really excited for that. He's been in other projects too, such as the Hunger Games movie, Scream 5. He voiced Superman in My Adventures with Superman show, and he was also the voice of Peter Parker in the movie Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is the Peter Parker from Gwen Stacy's Earth, and that's where the movie kicks off. And Sophie Thatcher, she was in a movie last year called Heretic, another great movie. She was one of the sisters that gets kind of trapped in this house maze. She was also in The Boogeyman, Maxine, and the Book of Boba Fett show on Disney Plus. Now, going along with the friend group, you got Kat played by Megan Surrey. Not too familiar with her work, but she's been in projects like Valentine's Day, actually. Missing from a couple years ago, and I've heard of this show. I've never seen it though. It's called Never Have I Ever. She has a role in that as well. Next, we have Lucas Gage. He was in a movie last year, Smile 2. Very briefly though. He was in another movie last year called Roadhouse, the remake of it. And he's been in other shows, such as The White Lotus and Euphoria. Another actor in this movie, Rupert Friend. Not too familiar with his work either, but apparently he will have a role in the upcoming Jurassic World Rebirth movie coming out later this year. Last and certainly not least, we got Harvey Guillen. I'm butchering that last name, I'm very sorry. But he was the voice of the dog in the Puss in Boots The Last Wish movie from a couple years ago. He was in the Status Update movie, and apparently he was also the voice of Otis, the dog, in the Garfield movie last year, which I don't think he ever said anything. He just kind of barks and whimpers, other noises like that. But again, yeah, great film. Loved it. I ranked it as like the top three movie of this year so far. And at number two is actually Hard Eyes, another great movie from this year so far. This is a slasher rom-com movie, and this is made by the same studio, Spyglass, who has made the Scream franchise and the Thanksgiving movie. So apparently Spyglass is on a roll of making holiday-themed slasher movies, and Thanksgiving was pretty good. But Spyglass, unfortunately, they're kind of in the hot seat for behind the scenes drama for losing two actresses that were in the recent Scream 5 and 6 movies, but they are working on a Scream 7 coming out, I think, next year. So we'll see how that goes. But Hard Eyes is a movie where two coworkers who are very different from each other, one is a hopeless romantic, and one just got out of a relationship, so they've given up on love. But they have to work together to escape this evil cupid of a serial killer who are going after couples on Valentine's Day, which this movie also takes place in Seattle, Washington. Represent Washington. This movie is goofy. The kills are gruesome in this one. On the goofy note, this movie does have a lot of cliches on the rom-com sense, but it is very well balanced with the horror aspect of this movie as well. And touching upon the Hard Eyes character, the mask is really cool. It's got infrared night vision. This guy also has some very cool weapons. And his sword, his machete, wherever it is so dang strong and sharp. Because even in the trailer, it cuts through one of the horses on the carousel. Going through the cast, we have Olivia Holt, who has been in shows like The Kickin' It, I Didn't Do It, and Cloak and Dagger. And she was also in the Disney Channel original movie Girl vs. Monster. Olivia Holt did a very good job in a horror movie. She killed it. And playing the other main character, Mason Gooding, he was in the recent Scream 5 and 6 movies. He was in the Y2K movie last year. Oh, he was also in the Let It Snow movie, which is kind of a cool holiday movie with a stat cast. Josh Rubin, who is the director of Hard Eyes, he also has a brief cameo appearance near the end of the movie. And playing one of the detectives, Jordana Brewster, who, if you guys recognize her, she was Dominic Toretto's sister in the Fast and Furious franchise. This is kind of a different role for her compared to Fast and Furious. I had a very fun time with this movie, and there is a surprise plot twist at the end, or at the climax of the movie, I did not see coming. Yeah, again, so good. It's like ranked number 2 in my personal ranking list of movies from 2025. Now, last movie, Love Hurts. I don't know what I just watched. So this is directed by Jonathan Eusebio. I'm probably butchering that last name. I'm very sorry. This movie is about a guy named Marvin Gable who was like a right-hand man assassin of his brother. Did not like the life of living, so he decided to move far away and become a real estate agent. He's become happy with his job. He's like a friendly neighbor throughout the city. And then come to find out that that past, that part of his life, has caught up with him. And so he has to confront his brother and put an end to all of it. And that Marvin Gable character is played by Ke Huy Quan, who has made a big comeback in Hollywood, more so recently, a couple years ago, because he played the kid from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and he was also in The Goonies. Big break from Hollywood, but he came back with a big role in Everything Everywhere All at Once. He played a character in Kung Fu Panda 4. He also played a character in the second season of Loki on Disney Plus. And he is in the upcoming Netflix movie called The Electric State. And he has a role in the upcoming Zootopia 2 movie coming out later this year. Playing another main character, Rose, is Ariana DeBose, or DeBose. I'm butchering that last name as well. Yeah, she's got quite a few movies up at her belt in the past few years because she was in Argyle, Wish, Kraven the Hunter, and West Side Story. And surprise acting role, we have Marshawn Lynch, an NFL player. Like, he was part of the Seahawks. I forgot which football team he's part of now. But yeah, he recurs every once in a while in this film as one of the like henchmen. I believe he does say his phrase once in this movie. Next we have Leo Tipton playing a character named Ashley. I'm not too familiar with her work, but I have seen her in a show last year called The Edge of Sleep with Markiplier. And that's a pretty good show. It's on Amazon Prime Video if you guys want to check that out. We also have Sean Astin playing Marvin Gable's boss in the real estate agency. And yes, he's been in movies such as The Goonies, Rudy, Stranger Things. It's a show, but still. He was in the Lord of the Rings movies. Now, with this movie, the only good thing I will say about this movie is action-packed fun, a bit goofy, and that's it. You have the two main characters, Ke Huy Quan's character and Ariana DeBose's character. There's supposed to be some kind of love thing between them, but the movie never highlighted that much on that. And with a short movie like this one, it's like an hour and 24 minutes. I guess they couldn't film much more of it. I feel like this movie needed like another like 15-20 minutes to explain some things, because this movie also has a lot of loose ends throughout this movie, and definitely at the end of the movie. After that movie ended, I'm like, so what happened to that character or that character? Like, stuff like that. Ke Huy Quan's character, he was an assassin before, and he just kind of like somewhat lost some of that mojo, but he keeps getting it back throughout each fight he's been in. Because he gets his butt kicked a lot, but he does come back in each fight, fighting everyone else off. With that, unfortunately, it's sitting at the bottom of my list of 2025 movies. And even though we're still like 2 months in of this year, like it's okay. That will do my movie review bundle for this video. If you guys like this review or mega review, give this a like. Comment what you guys think of any of the movies if you've seen any of them already. Subscribe if you haven't, and click that bell so you guys won't miss any of my videos when they come on my channel. The next review video that I will post after this will be a Marvel review, because I'm gonna be reviewing the movie Captain America: Brave New World and the Disney Plus show Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, since the finale just came out like a week ago. Yeah, I got a lot to say about both of these projects, so look out for that. And until next time, later, Cookinators.